lot of people think, oh, you're in your 30s, testosterone's probably still where it should be. Oftentimes it's not. You know, we have guys at Game Day Men's Health in their 20s that come in.
What do I see when I look into a lion's eye? You tell me.
Yo. What up?
What's happening? Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, my man.
How was it?
39, getting to be an old fuck.
Oh, shit.
Don't tell anyone. It's not recording, right? No, I'm fucking. Pulling the Kai Green. No.
Yeah. How was it? Did you guys do anything fun for your birthday?
Dude, so we saw 28 Years Later, which is ridiculous. But it was honestly, I like those movies. It was pretty good. But it was just like so over the top. You know?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I've been waiting for that movie for a while. Like,
honestly, it's worth seeing. I liked it. I would watch it again.
Yeah.
But like they have like in this one they have like an alpha zombie, and it's like this. It looks like Jason. What's the Aquaman guy?
Oh, Jason Momoa.
It looks like him, but like jacked on like steroids, like 300 pounds with like a huge cock. No lie. They have him like naked, and he's like That's super smart and like crazy. Like he actually knows this, so he's like super dangerous. So it makes it a little bit more interesting. But
okay,
no, it was really good. I liked it. So
hell yeah. And
then dude, you know, so. Obviously, you saw I hit 300 pounds. So
yeah,
we didn't do much. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, the energy's been a little rough, you know.
Yeah, so that's your first time touching 300, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Last year, I think the heaviest I got was like maybe like 293 in the morning. So it's a good jump, though. I need it though, so it sucks, man. But you know, it's just that chase to be better, bro. You know,
I've said it, like, you know, there was one point where I was like, I don't think I ever want to push it that far. But you know, I was like 285 last off season, like decent conditions. Like 300 is like where I have to go if I want to be competitive.
Yeah, that's it, bro. And like honestly, last year I was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna hit 300 because like that 293 or whatever felt so freaking hard, you know, and I wasn't going any higher. It was like stuck. And I was like, well, you know, it wasn't like it's not like I was like pushing. And even this year, I wasn't even like meaning to. But then I was like, the weight just kept going up. And I was like, well, if it happens, it happens, you know. And it's not like it was like specifically I'm eating extra food to do it, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like let's be realistic. We're both like around. Well, you're 5'9" probably, but I'm 5'10". And it's like, dude, I gotta be like, these guys are like 260, 265 on stage, the best 5'10" guys, you know. So.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. And like that's the annoying part is like these older guys that are like, oh, these guys chasing size. It's like, bro, like, yeah, because I'm getting like second and third call outs if I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. It's
like, what do you want?
Not necessarily, it's not dictated by us. This isn't necessarily the choice. This is where the sport has gone. And if you want to be competitive, then you fucking gotta take it there.
Right, exactly. What it do?
What's happening, Chris?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Not much.
But yeah, no. Overall, we just like had some food, got a pedicure because, you know, at this weight you can't even cut your own toenails. So I'm like,
I got a pedicure like maybe a couple weeks ago, and I almost fell asleep in the damn chair. This Asian woman like had this magical touch. And I was just
until you do it once, you can't knock it. Any guy that knocks it, they just haven't done it once. Like you get the calf massage, and you're like, bro, this is okay. I'll be right back. Like,
yeah,
so I'm bougie as hell.
I've never done one because I don't like people touching my feet. But
okay, that can be
But I don't know. I definitely would give it a try.
This is the luxuries we spend ourselves. We're not out going out to the club and spending tons of money on drinks and like going out to eat all the time and. You know what I mean? So like these are just little things that we're like, you know what I mean, for make our life a little bit easier.
100% for sure.
Plus, it's one of those things too where it's look good, feel good. You know, like I get a pedicure. I mean, I get manicures every once in a while because that way I won't pick my nails because they look all nice. So I'm like, all right, you know. And then whenever I get a pedicure, I'm like bougie as fuck. I'll get like the most expensive one with like the hot stone, the paraffin wax, the massage. Like they put like a lemon lemon bath bomb thingy in the water where my feet was the last time, so it smelled real nice. I mean, it was great.
Feels great.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't sound bad. That doesn't sound bad.
Well, especially like when they
I'm
massage.
low key like, yeah.
Well, like,
I've never really had my feet touched.
Like, can you guys just do the calf massage the whole time? That'd be great.
I just remember Ronnie Coleman and like his cost of redemption video, like back in 2003 when I watched that. He's like getting he's like getting like a pedicure and manicure done, and he's like falling asleep. He's wearing that tank top that says Cock Diesel on it. I'm like, this must be one of the secrets that the pros
Right. If Ronnie can do it, you can justify it, right?
Absolutely.
Right. For sure.
Looked like a team of like, people that work at the zoo, like when they were grabbing his feet were so freaking big. It looked like they were scrubbing down an elephant.
Yeah, I've never really had my feet touched. It's not. I'm self-conscious about my left foot. Like my left foot, my toenails are fucked up from basketball. Like they never became right again. Yeah, it's just
it's see the pictures of like LeBron's feet or like basketball players' feet. It's so fucked up.
For sure. Like
imagine doing a pedicure on Shaq's foot.
Bro.
They need like a whole team to do it.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me did you guys
you're getting closer now? How many weeks out?
Yeah, man, 7 weeks yesterday.
Oof, now it's coming.
Yeah, it's hit that point where like we're doing like
then some more good
3 or 4 really low days in a row, then a high day. Cardio's pushing up like 70 plus minutes. The fun stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like
you're gonna see this is gonna be fun because when you like always make good progress, that's always fun in prep because you see like it's like Christmas, when you wake up and you're like, oh wow, I see new like muscularity that I didn't have before, or detail or this and that, which that's definitely gonna happen this season for you because like you're gonna be on like 15, 20 pounds bigger than your last stage appearance, right? I mean,
yeah, it's exactly hit that point where it's like every day I'm kind of seeing something different, or I'm a little leaner, shit's tighter. It's like like you said, that's the fun part. That's like where you're just like, oh fuck, like I don't fucking care how much cardio or how low I have to eat. Like shit is working.
You're like, oh, this sucks. Let me look at my abs in the mirror. Okay, I feel better.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's keep going. Like, I want more.
That's always the trade-off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a little extra hungry today. I have to do a little extra cardio, but then it's like, oh, I got new vascularity, new striations. Oh, this looks better. Okay.
Right.
And honestly, like usually I've been like the guy in preps where it's just like weight goes down till I'm stage lean. Like the last 3 weeks, I've been hovering between like 240 and 245, but the body composition, like I look like a completely different person than 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So I'm super happy with that because I've never had that, like, it's always been push down to lose body fat. But I'm at a point where it's like composition change and I'm kind of staying at the same place, which mentally is nice because it's like, fuck, man, everybody's gonna be 250 plus.
Oh, yeah, pro debut. Yeah, that's not, you don't want to be like, you like see 230. You're like, oh,
exactly. Yeah. So no, it's fun. I'm happy as you can be in prep.
Right. Yeah.
I know, Nate, you watched Dubai. Chris, did you watch it all?
I've done nothing all day today. I got so sunburned yesterday that like I am like incapacitated. So I've been just watching the show, keeping up on all that stuff, and also keeping up with like Iran and all that BS. I talked to Dougie a little bit today too about what's supposed to be in the story.
Saw you your girl at the beach. Your girl is so white. I was like, oh, these guys, they're in for a treat.
Yeah, it was crazy, Nate. So like we went there. We were only there for 2 fucking hours. And then we checked the UV index and it was at 8, which was like the 2 hours we were there was at 8, the highest. And like I got home and I took off my shirt and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
I'm Italian, so it'll turn into a tan in about a day or two. But it's that one initial day just really blows.
Oh,
What's happening, Doug?
Just got done with my women's kickball game. We got our first victory today, thank God.
yeah. Man.
Hell yeah.
So it was pretty cool, but it's hot. Like we had like a heat warning or something in Pittsburgh today. Like
We had that yesterday.
oh my God. And you know what's so crazy? I might offend some people, but we live in a soft ass society now. Like I get that it's hot and all that, but I remember people will say it was cruel, whatever. I'm real big on mental toughness. And when I was growing up playing sports, there was hotter days and we weren't allowed to get water until we was told to get water.
Right.
Now I
That's a
get it.
fact.
Now I get it. I'm not saying that our old way should still be the new way, but I think that, you know, we have gotten soft as a society, man. And, you know, it's like, yeah, it's hot, but so what? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's funny. 'cause, like,
Just hydrate and
For
be
sure.
smart about it.
That's the
if you
thing.
think about it, like every era, it gets like softer and softer. Because like, think about like back in the day, people would walk in this stuff for like, you know, days. You know, now it's like, oh my God, like I gotta have my car pre-started to get the AC going, and like, you know,
Dude, tell me, because I got uncles that flat out used to tell me, boy, you know, I used to walk 5 miles to school every day.
right?
And I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
shit.
right.
But it makes you mentally tough. I think that's a factor in a lot of people that you know how you can't rate somebody's heart, somebody's mental toughness, and what they're physically and mentally able to do. You know, that's
Right.
one of the reasons why I love bodybuilding. To me, it's all about mental toughness. How hard can you push yourself? You know, how many times can you get knocked down and get back up?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Not to brag or anything, you know. And when I say brag, I'm talking about all of us on this podcast and bodybuilders in general that get to that level of conditioning. Like we're a lot different than society is.
Yes.
Besides maybe like MMA fighters, like, you know, the high level, like in the armed forces, like Navy SEALs and Green Berets, that, you know, they get waterboarded in their training and stuff like that. Like that's a level of mental toughness. You know, and I'm certainly not comparing bodybuilding to the armed forces, because that's a whole different level.
Exactly.
Of you were badass at that point.
Yeah, we get your point, man. I think that, you know, in today's society, it's something that's a lost art, as well as critical thinking. Just people just being able to use their fucking brains. You know what I mean? But like, I couldn't imagine having an iPhone when I was in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine FaceTiming my mom and my dad when they wanted to know where I was. You know what I'm saying? I remember leaving the house at 8 a.m, so my dad didn't make me do chores all day, and I was gone all fucking day. It was my goal to be gone all day, so I didn't have to do nothing at the house. You know what I'm saying? If I was in the house, my dad was finding something for me to do.
For sure.
If I was around the neighborhood and it was time to come home, my dad would literally go on the front porch and just scream my name. And I could hear him streets away. I'm like, I gotta go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I
Different
don't know.
time.
I enjoyed it that way. You
Me
know,
too.
like,
I'm glad I grew up.
and sometimes I feel like I'm hard on this generation, and it's kind of not their fault.
No, it's
just
not.
how society has become.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's like society. You know what I mean? Like I hate to say this, right? But I'm just being brutally honest. Like, people who don't like people because of the color of their skin, it's not their fault. You were raised that way, and you were taught things that everybody else isn't taught. So I don't blame you. You know, now at some point you grow, you become an adult, and you have a moral compass. But at the end of the day, sometimes things are hard to break. You know what I mean? And you're so right. We can't blame this younger generation for being the way that they are, because they don't know any other way, just like we didn't know any other way. You know, we'll play through injuries. You know what I'm saying? We'll train through certain things where this younger generation is like, oh, nope, it's like, nope, I can't do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're like, come on, you could keep pushing, but they don't have that. They don't have that.
Yeah.
I see you got up the
it's sad.
The Dubai. I see you got up the Dubai Pro.
Yes, sir.
And look, I hate to say it, but this is what makes bodybuilding, man. Sometimes your placing depends on who shows the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at Nathan Dash. Got fourth, and he's won like how many pro shows? Like 12 pro shows. That's what right there.
Yeah. And my guy Ali, who took fourth last year at the Dubai, didn't even make first call out, and he's a fucking monster.
Okay, I gotta give that dude a shout out. Did any of you guys watch that interview where he talks about he only trained legs like 3 or 4 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes,
he came from like Africa and was like training with rims and didn't even know how much it weighed.
Yep.
And then like he got to Dubai, he had a real gym. It was only 4 years ago, and now look at the dude. Like, what?
That's I did not hear that, but that's crazy.
Insane, bro. Insane. And that's the to me. Yeah, because when you imagine growing up like that, it was like when I met Indio Champ and he told me his childhood growing up in Liberia. When you grow up and you don't have certain things, then you get to a place where you have resources and access to things. You're different. You're mentally different. You're like, had I had this shit 10 years ago, I'd have been past y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because in his mind, he's coming from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, lifting with rims and bricks and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy.
You don't know any better at the time, so you just use what you work with. I mean, it's pretty kick ass when you think about it.
Oh
yeah. I'm impressed with how Bonac is just like still placing high at every damn show.
This is his best look probably of the year too, and it's like 5th show of the season, I think.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, bro?
You got the new vampire around the Dexter,
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna bet against him anymore because I did.
Wow.
Every time I
did predictions and I had him lower than this, just because I was like,
I was the same way. I every time I think he's gonna place lower than he does, he always just shuts my damn mouth.
Now let me ask you guys a serious question. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
How many of you think that it's because of who he is as opposed to, not saying he didn't look great, you know what I'm saying? But does it cross your mind sometimes that some people get the placings they get because of who they are?
Well,
we talked about this earlier today, Dougie.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely gonna get the call out initially, and like really let the place, like they're gonna get that look and that middle place, as far as like right away. Obviously, I feel like you got to earn it, but some guys are obviously gonna, no matter what, they're always gonna get that. I mean, once you sort of establish that, I think which I don't know if that's right or wrong, but obviously, but no matter what show he does, they're gonna be like, oh, Bonac, okay, there, you know what I mean?
Just because he's got a big name. He's been, top 5 in the Olympia many years in a row. Like he just keeps showing up. I mean, he's definitely gonna get that look.
The frustrating part was, like, honestly, I mean, me and Chris talked about this, and I don't know if me and Mike did, but I think we agree, is like Tonio really didn't get a fair look until like the end of the show, which was too late.
Yeah.
It was like, they didn't even let him stand next to Beirut, and it was like, that's a little weird. You know what I mean? Like the only guy, like everyone else around. And honestly, I thought Tonio was like peaked really perfectly, and I thought Beirut was a little flat, and not like the Beirut we've seen. The pictures look amazing, but when I was watching the live stream, at least I've seen his glutes tighter. Like they were still obviously, I mean, Beirut's not, don't get me wrong, but his quads look a little up and down to me.
Yeah.
Where Tonio really just like peaked pretty much spot on. Like you really couldn't complain about anything about him, and it was weird that they would not put him next to Beirut, in my opinion, until the last second. But
I love Tonio's physique. I think he has really good aesthetics. Like he just has good flow. Like and my eyes just go right to him when he comes out on stage. And it's like, how are you built like that?
He's got that skin like color and texture too.
Yeah, man.
Well, you're drawn to him, you know.
Yeah.
I personally had Tonio in second, just because I saw a few comparisons between Bonac and Tonio, and like especially in the backside, and I thought Tonio was better in the shots that I saw. I did not watch the live stream, and I mean, considering how the judging's been going lately, they seem to be like favoring, like even like with the show yesterday, what the hell is that? Child, I don't know how to pronounce the damn word. The one that like Mike Condell did.
Yeah.
Like they seem to be favoring this smaller tapered waist. And where I've seen bodybuilders that are definitely bigger and leaner and more of a complete that are getting they're placing a little bit lower because of the waist. So I'm like, I see Tony O come on stage and I see his waistline, I see his taper, then I see shots comparison. I'm like, okay, I have him at least in the top two. And then he didn't get the comparison. And I was like, okay, I was like, just like what you said, Nate. I thought that was a little weird.
Also, too, like for me, when I judge bodybuilding, and obviously I'm not a judge, but I also like to off of who is missing the least, who is the most important. Antonio, you go shot for shot, you really can't find one thing really, in my opinion. Whereas Beirut is like, I thought his legs were a little up and down personally. Back was a little flat. Like where Antonio, like really, if you go every shot, like I thought it was pretty complete. But I guess if you wanted, they probably chose size because I guess Beirut is a little bit wider structurally and probably has more size there. But like, I don't know.
No, I agree.
Yeah, again,
I feel like it's bodybuilding, so technically you want the biggest, the leanest. He's not the biggest, but you can't really tell, to me, in my opinion, because to me, like you say, from top to bottom, Tonio is one of my favorites, like up and coming. Like I think like pretty soon, he reminds me of like Dexter Jackson 2.0. Like he's like the future version of Dexter, because he's also still young too. Right. He's not really old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I talked to Mike and I talked to Nate. I talked to you guys about this earlier. It was like, with bodybuilding, to me, when you're judging it, like you were just saying, I think a person should be judged on who has like the least amount of weaknesses. It's not a tiny waist competition. It's not a shredded glutes competition. It's not just a real lat spread competition. It's how everyone's put together. Now, I mean, if there's someone that's like, Tony O that really has no weaknesses in these pictures, and then you put him against Beirut says, yeah, he's structurally a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? So like, if you want to go with the size thing, I can understand why they would pick that. Yeah. And Bonac just has so much size and density.
Yeah, bro. And I'm gonna tell you what, in person at the Pittsburgh, I'm like, he's so bubbly, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like how his muscle maturity is like insane. And I think that's how he's able to just stay in shape and compete and do a number of shows like that, because I think that he just has developed so much good muscle over the years. It's not really difficult for him anymore.
Nate, I have a question because you're a very large human. You stepped on the scale.
Yeah, just hit 300.
Over 300 pounds or whatever. Do you find with this much muscle now, it's easier to lean out and burn fat when you're in prep, just because you have so much more tissue that's metabolically active?
I would definitely say so. Like I could, especially like I'll say this for like those kind of guys too. Like Bonac doesn't really need any more off seasons, right? So like I would think even like he's probably still eating a lot of food. You know what I mean? If I was to guess, because like at this point, I'm probably close to like stage soon, maybe another year or two. Then I don't have to get as heavy, right? It's like I could probably stay around 280, 285 and still look pretty damn good, So I think that's where these guys are at. Like you said, like they've been competing for so long, they have that muscle maturity where, Bonac probably, I heard actually he undereats a lot of his meals when he's in prep because he has to eat so much. You know what I mean? He'll be like, oh, I can't even like eat like as much food as I need to. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
It's like a luxury, right? Like,
yeah.
Nathan was a little bit off in my opinion. I thought he looked 2 days ago. I saw pictures and he was inside out. And then I thought some of the pictures he looks great, but if you watch the live stream, Mike, what would you say?
I don't know when they posted that. He posted a glued shot this morning, and I don't know when I don't know when he posted that glued shot, but it looked good. I mean, his glutes look like they're in right there, but he does look like he has a thin film of water over him.
He still looks great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think Nathan was as crisp as he probably could have been. But maybe that's just the pictures. I wasn't there.
Are you there, Mike?
Yeah, Mike's there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and log off.
Okay.
I think his service is acting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says
his service is.
I'm hearing it.
Yeah, he says he's lagging bad.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say this. I actually know someone that's on the show, and they don't even know much about bodybuilding, and they were saying like they had Tonio, like they were like saying the same thing about Tonio, and they were there in person. So I was like, okay, that makes me feel better then.
Yeah, I mean, like looking at those pictures, like I honestly had Tonio second, rather than like I'm sure you guys were talking about that before I came on. Just I've said this before. Like I don't know what it like. Bonac has so much muscle, but the thing is with me, I just don't feel like he flows, especially through the midsection, as well as like say Tonio does. Tonio just flows, and like everything in his physique just pops. I feel like this was probably his best showing he's ever had.
Yeah.
And that's the part that sucks. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that sucks. It's like you come in with your best look and you take third. You know what I mean? I wish more people understood bodybuilding from that aspect. And that's why I always say sometimes your placing is dependent on who shows up. You know what I'm saying? And you pick the right show, you can win. You pick the wrong show, you might not make the first call out. You know what I'm saying? And if you're somebody who's used to making first call outs, and then it's like me, you know, lately I've been experiencing. So I didn't make the first call out at the Olympia, the Pittsburgh, and the New York. So 3 shows, I didn't make the first call out. That shit sucks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then you got to look at the people who show up. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Top Olympians showing up. You know, like you said, some of these people are just going to get the look off of GP of who they are, what they've done. They're already an established bodybuilder. You know,
well, it's like, do we feel like Baru should have been in that top 6 and gotten that look out that he got today? I mean, like, I still don't feel like his legs were in. Not Baru, sorry, Rubiel.
Yeah, Rubio.
I mean, I feel like he's so fucking big with so much muscle, but his side shot was good, but I still think he can.
Yeah, he lacks that separation. He lacks
in the front, just because their legs are so fucking big. Like I don't know what he's got to do to try and figure out to get them leaner in front. I mean, at least from the side, it looked drastically better from last year. His posing was a lot better too. Yeah. But it's like you look at it, like Nate. I want to get your opinion on this, and like Doug, do you feel like Steve was judging this today? Do you feel like things would have rolled a different way if Tyler was the head judge?
Yep, yeah. I agree. I think so.
Definitely do.
That Tyler makes sense.
I'm hearing, I don't know this to be true, so I'm just
Steve loves mass monsters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Tyler likes the small waists.
Well, I will say one thing about Steve is sometimes he can throw you off because he doesn't always necessarily go for the same exact look, but he has certain people that he really loves their physique, which I don't really know and put that into words, but just from over the years of watching him, he usually likes big guys with a lot of conditioning, but sometimes he'll surprise you and like he likes he'll look at a certain physique and be like, I really love that physique, and then he'll be like, there's a certain physique I really don't like, and you'll get like third call outs, and then the next show that guy will get like first call outs under a different judge, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
That makes hearing that Steve was head judge of Dubai, that makes perfect sense to me as to why the call out was the way it was. Now that makes sense too.
Yeah, he was. Because I like when they were doing the first call out, you could hear Steve because and I'm sure Mike heard it too, or in Nate. I don't know if you guys watched the live feed earlier. I didn't, but I saw like some clips on like Borders and everything like that, and you could hear Steve in the background because it came to a point, I think, where it was Nathan and Baruz were right next to each other, and they kept like cramming and like trying to pose on top of each other. And Steve's like, "Knock it off, get back online," like he did back at the Olympia. But that was the only reason how I knew that Steve was judging it, because you could hear him in the background. So obviously Tyler was probably with him, but I mean, like at the end of the day, like it's more so like the Olympia. I think Steve had the last call, especially with it being that much of a pocket, that much being a pocket. You know what I mean? Like 140K on the line. You probably want the best guys there.
Well, honestly, I was really impressed with I think.
Does my connection sound any better?
Say it again.
Your connection sounded better to me.
Yeah, we can hear you, but can you hear us?
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you guys now.
Okay.
Mike, you high?
He's like, I put up with this shit in prep. I'm 7 weeks out, bro.
No, I was going to say with Tonio, I really was happy because he shut a lot of people up. Because when he went to Dubai, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Tonio's out of shape," blah blah blah. And then 2 days later, he's like nailed. Like pretty much, you couldn't really have a better peak, which is funny. I love when they shut that up.
Yeah, I had Tonio second today.
I did too. Yeah.
Well, what we were talking about, Brennan, was this annoying because me and Mike watched the live stream and they never really gave Tonio a fair look next to Beirut until the last second at the last final comparison. But prejudging, they never put him next to Beirut once, only next to Bonac. And then at finals, they didn't really do it until like the end. So it was sort of frustrating that they didn't let Tonio get a fair chance to stand.
So do you think Steve's not really impressed with Tonio's look because he's not mass?
Why, because he's bigger?
So I will say this:
he was bigger today.
So he was bigger today, but I'll say this with Steve: if he thinks you have something in your body part, we know this, Brennan.
Yes.
He will be very particular about that. So meaning, like, if he thinks those delts might be jimmied up, let's say, Steve don't like that. And even if he doesn't know, even if it's not true, if Steve has it in his mind, which is annoying, but we've seen him do this, right, Brennan? With one of
100%. I've seen him do it.
That we know that didn't have stuff in their stuff. And he was like pretty much like, "Yo, like you didn't win because I think your delts are shut up." And we were like, "No, they're not." Like, but it didn't matter. Steve in his mind thought that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was.
So that's the only thing I could think of why he didn't let him. Why he didn't like give him a fair comparison in the beginning. Maybe I don't know. Because people are talking Antonio's delts a little bit, but
honestly, I didn't even know that he didn't get put beside anybody. Obviously, I've been hanging out with my brother today, so I didn't see that. I didn't see the prejudging. I just saw like clips, so I didn't know that he didn't get a fair look. I mean, like that kind of pisses me off that he didn't get a fair look because I feel like that was his best look that he's ever come in with. And if you put him side by side, it probably would have exposed, and he probably would have finished second.
I mean, plus, if you're a fan of the sport and you're going there, at least give the fans like a good show what they want. You know, do the comparisons and everything. So.
Because what was prejudging and finals was like 3 hours in between.
Yeah, that was really close. Yeah.
How many rounds? How many rounds did he have on pose?
Like 3, I think. But 3. But like he would move. So he had Mo Fuda actually in 4th for a while, which I found very surprising because his back shots. Mo looks amazing, but his back shots are a little bit like amateurish, if I'm not lying. Like I don't know if you saw.
They were that bad. Yeah, I didn't see the back.
And his boots were just there at all. His front and his side shots are like freaking insane. Like, but it's just two different bodybuilders when you turn them around. So I was surprised that Steve kept him there at 4th for a while, and then they finally moved Nathan in to that 4th spot. And they even had Mo at like 2nd in the beginning of the prejudging. Remember, Mike? And I was like, "What are they doing?"
Yeah, they had him right in they put him in the middle quick.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if
they put him in the middle quick at the beginning?
Do you feel like if Nathan was what he looked like a couple of days ago, Nate, that he would have been in that 2nd spot?
He would have been fighting. I think he would have been fighting because he has the size. Yeah, like he looks great in pictures because I've had some people say like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" But wouldn't you agree, Mike, that when he first came out, he got a little bit better as he posed, but in the beginning, like you'd see his midsection was a little bit softer or like washed out.
I noticed that in some of the video footage I saw. It looked like it was a little. It looked like he was having a hard time controlling it too.
If you saw his pictures at 2 days out, he hit a most muscular or something. It was like he was the most peeled I've ever seen him, like dry to the bone.
Yeah.
If he would have brought that, I think he would have been like fighting for the win, honestly. Because he has the size,
I agree.
He's very big structurally, and his delts are crazy. Like him and Beirut match up pretty well, I think, if he's like 100% on,
Just like I said a couple of weeks ago, Tonio is one of my favorite physiques in the IFBB right now.
Oh, he's so complete and pretty. Like
that's what I'm saying. He float like
the skin texture too, and just like everything.
Yes,
it's crazy.
He gets conditioned, man, and it's awesome to see.
Well, it's sort of funny because like this is sort of what Lee Haney was talking about, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like we're rewarding these mass monsters and not the guys that are like detailed and pretty. And because I mean that's like a perfect example right there. Tonio was exactly what Lee Haney is sort of saying was like what the ideal look.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what makes bodybuilding such a cool sport, man, because it's so subjective. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody likes different things, because I do understand the mass monsters, right? Like when Dorian Yates first came out, everybody was like, what the fuck?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can get that big, and then Ronnie took it to another level, and you're like, holy shit. You know what I mean? And that really just became, because that's what people paid. They want to see the freaks. You know what I'm saying?
Go to the circus.
I tell people all the time, like I've never done a natural show, and I don't knock the natural shows, man. But when people see bodybuilding, that's what they want to. They want to see freaks. They want to see shit that you don't see normally in a gym. You know what I mean? Because when you do see when you see Samson in person, naked with a fucking pose and trunks on, you're like, how do you fit on a toilet, bro? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, same thing with Nate. You know what I'm saying? Like you're 300 pounds, bro. I know you be in the stalls like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably look at shit like, man, I gotta go home. I can't get in there.
Forget a porta potty, dude.
It's a sight to see in person. You know what I'm saying? And it's the live stream and all of that. So I do get it. You know what I mean? I think there's that fine line of just being like too big, like like unproportionately built. You know what I mean? But if you look good,
But no, you're right. People want to see like stuff they don't ever see like often. Like I remember the first time I saw Rolly Winkler in person at a pro show, I was like, "What the hell is that?" Like, and he wasn't even the best bodybuilder there, but he's the one that stuck in my mind forever.
He looks fat in his t-shirt. Yeah. Swear to God, when I seen him, I'm like, he looks like a roly fucking poly. Looks fat as hell. He took his shirt off, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how? Right. You know what I mean? It's definitely insane.
I remember when I met Marcus Rule, and he was still in his prime, and he was doing a GNC event. So I would literally walk around with him while he would go to like Johnny Rockets in the Braintree Plaza like 4 times the whole time we were there. And I mean, like this guy was like second freakiest looking bodybuilder I've ever seen in my life. Guy was wider around than he was tall. Like,
yeah, it's like you have to buy 2 seats on a plane, bro. Like there's no way, or you're riding first class, business class, something. There's no way you're riding in regular seats.
I don't fit into the bathrooms on the friggin' airport and the airplanes, let alone like like Nate. Yeah.
Like so that's a good question, Nate. What do you do in situations like that?
You have to go in sideways.
You tuck your thing in because your legs are like this. You're like,
yep. It's horrible.
He says, "Tuck your thing."
You're trying to wipe your ass and you're getting a back cramp. You're like,
oh my God, that is the worst, bro.
I always like the last few times. The last few times Ashley and I flew, we try to get first class just so we can get on the plane first and get the fuck off the plane, And it's obviously it's a lot more expensive, but I mean that right there is just I just like traveling in comfort, just because I always, if I'm not in first class, I always book an aisle seat, and the drink cart slams me in the shoulder every goddamn time. Like, you know, like, oh my God.
When you're walking down the aisle and everybody's staring at you and you can see it in their face, like, I pray to God he's not sitting back.
Oh, yeah.
The frustrating part is, as a big dude, you're more extra careful. So I'll like walk down the aisle like sideways. These people are just like bumping into you. They don't give a fuck. And it's like, bro, have some common courtesy. Like, you see me as soon as you fall asleep, boom, like, what the fuck?
I'm already struggling walking on the airplane. Like, come on, don't add more insult to injury.
Imagine sitting next to Nate and Nate's in the fucking middle seat.
I know that's what be hilarious, because people be staring at me. I always try to find the exit aisle seat so I got some leg room.
Yo, the funniest thing is, though, when I have an aisle and there's like another seat, you're like watching these people walk down the aisle, right? Like, oh, is it this
like, don't come near me.
Yep. And then this big ass dude, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
dude, I am back. I was gone. I'm fucking back.
Good.
He's back.
Yeah.
Dude, this looks 10 times. This looks 10 times better.
I had to grab Shay's computer. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with mine. Last time I flew, second to last time I flew, it was a small plane. It was like one of the ones with 2 seats in each aisle. I swear to God, everybody got on the plane, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna have a seat to myself. This is nice. The last guy to get on the plane, I shit you not, ex-NFL lineman. He was probably 300 pounds. He comes to the seat. He looks at me. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like,
right. Yeah, I've been there, Mike. You get like the worst pick, and you're like, it's like playing the lottery, you know?
100%.
It's either that or you get somebody that smells.
I was going to say that. I've had that before.
And I'm just like, I can't do this.
That was my
last. That was my, yep. That was my last flight. Last flight. Oh, dude, it was fucking awful. I'm like, I've never smelled so much BO in my entire life. I'm going to throw up.
Or you have that person that just wants to like chat the whole time. So you keep having to.
Oh, I straight up tell people, I will look them dead in the eye and I'll be like, listen, I don't want to talk to you this entire night. I just do it right at the beginning, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I hate stupid small talk.
Oh man.
Okay, you work out, huh? They like nudge you. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna pull the friggin' emergency plane exit and just kick you out, bro.
How much do you bench?
Yeah. Oh my God.
There was one year I went to the Olympia, and actually I think it was my first Olympia I ever went to in 2013. I had a layover flight in Houston, and then I happened to like look in like the terminal where we were all boarding, and like there were a bunch of bodybuilders, bunch of reps, and I literally was just looking around. I said to myself, I'm like, this fucking plane ride is gonna smell so bad. And sure enough, it just smelled like one giant protein fart in the entire thing. And like a bunch of people must have like just did their injections that day, because you could smell that, like, I don't know what the smell that is, but you know the smell.
Oh, yeah. You know the smell.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, this is horrendous. It was like a shit farted in the goddamn plane.
Did we talk about Brendan's haircut?
I didn't see Brendan's haircut.
He's joined the ranks. He's joined the ranks of Nate and I.
Oh, you cut it off.
Ball, bitch.
I heard that. I seen Nick Walker cut his too.
Yeah.
Why are you guys cutting off hair with such great hair? You both have great hair.
I don't have any hair.
I don't have any hair.
Yeah.
Sweatbox. If I'm in a sweatbox all day, man, I was like, I'm done. And I literally just woke up. I literally woke up last Monday, and I'm like,
fuck it.
Yeah. I literally like saw the Clippers, and I'm like, fuck it.
Damn.
I have like that perfect horseshoe hairline.
Oh yeah.
Mike, if I grew out the hair that I have really long and I gelled it, I could literally pull off Heihachi from Tekken so good.
we should make a bet next time. Like, somebody has to grow their hair out.
Okay. I thought you were going to say cut your hair. And I was like, there ain't no fucking way I'm cutting my hair.
No way, brother.
Yeah.
No, you guys got to keep your hair. I lost mine.
Yeah, no cirky. I said last time I cut my hair, I was mad after I cut it. I grew it back.
Well, Brendan,
I'm trying to picture Nate and Chris with like a full head of hair.
I used to have beautiful goddamn hair. I had like the Peaky Blinders, like undercut with the hair slicked back. I did all types of cool shit. Then it went away.
Dude,
Dude, no joke. Yeah,
last time my hair was in 6th grade, it was a beautiful bowl cut.
Sixth grade.
That was
Bowl
such a
cut.
we make fun of the broccoli haired kids, and we were rocking bowl cuts back in the. That was the shittiest goddamn haircut.
Right.
That's funny as
Literally,
hell. That's-
I'm going to send you in the group message, and you can fucking post it too. Laser beams in the background, literally like a bowl on the head, and just fucking cut all the way around. That's how it was.
Yeah.
Laser beams. Would you go to like Sears and Roebuck to get those like fancy pictures?
That's just, dude. That was school pictures. School pictures back in like 6th grade. Dude, I'm wearing this like fucking hemp, like that. The hemp hoodies. It's like black and white. I look like I was Rastafarian, dude. Like old fucking black and white Rastafarian hoodie, and then the laser beams in the fucking background. Dude, that was the trick.
Like this kid's trouble.
Yeah.
I rocked a bowl cut, and I always had like a cool beaded necklace that I made at summer camp that I was so proud of.
Okay.
I'd have like cool colors. I'm like, this is gonna look awesome. Look shit. It was probably terrible.
It was like, that's why I was like saying I couldn't imagine like seeing Chris or Nate with like hair, because like I think it was like 2 years ago, Nate like said he was like trimming, he was at the Cutler and he said he was like trimming his beard and he fucked it up and then he ended up shaving and clean shave. Literally, I walked past him like 5 times. He's like, "What's up, bro?" I'm like, "Holy shit, dude, I didn't fucking recognize you."
It makes a big difference, honestly. It's weird how much of a different look I don't like it.
I don't like it.
back in I think it was either 2017 or 2018. I actually had really long hair. Like I actually had to straighten it because it would curl on the back, and it came down to about here. And it was, I got to find pictures of it, but I actually had long hair. That was like my last ditch effort of trying to save whatever I had, and then it just.
Mike, you had short hair when you were playing basketball, didn't you?
Yeah, I did the fade for pretty much all of high school and into early adulthood. Yeah. I mean, I've had it all. When I was young, I had long hair, I had braids, an afro. Then I cut it all off in high school. And then this last 4 years, I decided to grow it again. And I'm never cutting it again. That's it. I'm done.
I didn't like the way my head looked when I cut my hair off. And the only reason why I cut it off, because I had like 4 cases and I was going in and out of court. And I just knew it would look better going in the court with my haircut, with my charges and everything that I had. So it didn't really help, but it helped. If that makes any sense.
At least like Nate and I have like a decent like round head, so like when we have it shaved, it looks decent.
You guys have nice heads. Yeah, I can see me.
Imagine we had like a weird square head or something. Like,
it sort of works for us. Like it's our look, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, Nickel looks a little weird with his shaved head. I won't lie.
He does.
It's gonna have to grow on us.
Yeah.
Nick looks like one of those, like the thumbs. That's what Nick reminds me of with his head shaved. He's just so fucking big with the little head.
Yeah.
I love Nick. I love Nick. So that's not me throwing shade.
Someone get a side by side of who's the guy with the purple with the rings.
Thanos.
Thanos. Yeah.
Thanos. Oh my god, that's like spot on. Like.
Yeah, when they did that ad, like when they did that little thing, I saw it was like, is Nick Walker inevitable? I'm like, yeah, probably, probably. He's really pulled this shit together this year.
Speaking of Nick, because now he's qualified. Do y'all think he cracks top 5 at the Olympia?
100%.
I think so this year. Yeah.
It's gonna be really, I'm really interested to see how hot he looks this year. He's just been so like quiet, and. Well, if he can get over with all this stuff going on. I mean, I know he's been over before, but like now it's a whole different ball game, wouldn't you say, Chris? You're more on the political.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, we just fucking bombed Iran. And then Iran just closed that trade route. And
damn, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Anybody?
Yeah.
I don't think we need another. I don't think we need war on our hands. A lot of people don't want the violence and stuff. It's just, I think it sucks. And
I saw major cities in the U.S. that are like on a warning for retaliation over the next 48 hours. Like all the major cities,
sleeper cells and stuff. Yeah.
I guess I just read from missile strikes, but that's obviously it is what it is.
You
But,
gotta,
You figure with us being on the East Coast, we'd be a target.
Well, New York City's getting blasted.
Yeah.
That's the only part that sucks is not knowing what, when, where, and how.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say New York.
Happen.
Yeah, New York, Boston.
Yeah, they had like New York, Boston, DC.
I was about to say DC.
That's where being a loner homebody bodybuilder comes into play.
Yeah.
Same. I mean, I love being here. I'm
right.
Very far away from Boston. I'm a good hour away from Boston. So
they ain't dropping nothing on Lewiston, Maine. I'll tell you that.
You're motherfucking close to Canada, bro.
Yeah, unless Canada decides to do some weird sneak attack. We're gonna take out Maine. We're gonna cut off their lobster supply chain.
That's funny.
Goddamn lumberjacks.
So
speaking of lobster,
that because of this situation now, Hottie may have trouble getting into the States if he's not here.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he'll have. I know obviously Beirut's like. Did you see the video of him like pretty much pleading?
Yeah.
To like let him.
He got denied last year.
I don't think it's going to happen for. I don't think it's going to happen for Beirut, but Hottie, he's been here plenty of times, and like technically he's still like business related to Evo. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's going to have much of an issue. I could be wrong, but.
Yeah, the issue is that Hottie's from Iran.
Right. I think no matter what, like now with this new thing, it's like no matter how you skin it, if you're from Iran, you're sort of like an enemy. To Donald Trump, at least,
I heard a few politicians were trying to petition to just close the borders for all third world countries. Like they're not letting them in. So I mean, and then it's going to be difficult. Someone's from Iran. If we're at war with them, they're coming into the country. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
And that's probably what'll happen, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I can't imagine being on a fucking prep for the Olympia and then like the rug being pulled out from underneath and you being fucked. Like them being like, nope, you can't come in.
Yeah, because that's what he trains for. He's a previous Mr. Olympia. He wants that title back. You know what I mean? Yeah, that shit sucks, man. That's why.
That's his job. Like he literally can't come and do his job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and then you figure, I'm sure he's a proud Iranian. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm sure.
Oh, dude, he's a fucking he's a.
You know what I mean? So it's like that's kind of. It sucks when he may have to be political with this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he might protest it and be like, I'm not.
Think about even like from if we were in his shoes, it's like these people are producing him his whole life and like looking at him as a god. So obviously he's gonna look at his people like they're number one. You know what I mean? Like it's just the situation he's in,
Yeah. So. It does.
And then of course, with everything going on now, let's say Hardy comes over here and he doesn't win. The hate that the Iranian fans are gonna do to anyone who wins is gonna be insane.
I mean, and to be quite honest, I can't see them letting him win after what just happened anyway. Because imagine the backlash of that. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Him coming in, and it wouldn't be like it would be his first time, but that's why all of this shit sucks at the end of the day. I try to do my best to stay out of the politics and all of that shit, man, because it's all divide and conquer in my opinion. Because
it's divide and conquer, manipulation, fear mongering.
Yeah, because think about it. You know what I mean? Like he's Iranian and he's a famous bodybuilder. You know what I'm saying? And we don't look at him as an enemy. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, because of the circumstances, you're kind of forced to pick a side. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that sucks with this shit.
I actually never give a shit about politics my entire life. I could care less. And then it wasn't until like 2020 where I just started going down rabbit holes and more rabbit holes. And I wish I almost didn't do it because now I know too much and I'm just like,
Yeah. Man, my dad's been in the military for 30-some years, man. My dad didn't explain a lot of stuff to me when it comes to wars and all that kind of shit, man. And I just stay out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care who people vote for. That's your, that's your choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that stuff really matters. As long as you treat me like a human being, you treat me with respect. I don't get into none of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta live your life, bro. Because think
Yeah.
about it, what presidency we have under, we're still living our same lives, doing our same
That's a
thing.
fact. That's
You
a
know
fact.
what I'm saying? So
That's
it's
a
not
fact.
like the more you let it control your mind and like some of these people are ruled by this stuff. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like how
Oh, they're
happy
like, oh, you're a Republican or you're a Democrat. I'm not going to talk to you.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're a
going to be.
liberal.
I'm not. I'm not
I
going to.
hate that
Yeah.
shit. I'd be like,
I'm not going to be your friend.
don't
I'm not going to be
classify
your
me.
friend.
Yeah,
Right.
don't. I'm not a liberal or whatever, y'all. I ain't none of that shit.
It's just hard. It's just hard to see. Like, never in the history was like, if you were left or right, would you have like ended friendships or even family ties? Never has our country been so divided.
Yeah.
And the thing that sucks about it is it's like it's not even divided by political stance anymore. We're divided by sexuality, religion, if you were vaccinated or not. Like all that stuff. There's just division upon division, and it is that right there is classic divide and conquer because it makes a society extremely weak.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you can manipulate a weak society, and I just wish all of us would understand. Like, hey, we're all Americans. Like, this is our home. We should all be together. Doesn't matter by race or any of that shit.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's a lot of stupid, ignorant people out there, and they don't.
Everyone that has an opinion on social media, and that's a problem, And
Yep.
Social media just makes it so much worse than it is. But anyway, how's Luke doing?
Brother Luke, you don't got no food, cuz? Where you fucking food?
I got it cooking right now, bro.
Yeah.
I got it cooking right now.
He's eating.
I hear that. You enjoying that Tampa weather?
Yeah, bro. It's hot as fuck down here, but it's all right.
I know. That heat's different. That shit.
Yeah.
That's that heat. I'll come outside and then go right the fuck back in. Like, I'll see y'all later. Straight up.
Bro, I'd be sweating doing anything, bro. Like, literally.
Kid says this and he's wearing a fucking hoodie right now.
Right? And Tampa,
what's your thermostat set at right now? Like 65?
No, dude, it's fucking like 72. It needs to be down, bro, but I can't figure this thing out. It keeps fucking breaking on me.
Did you guys talk about while my computer's fucked up? Did you guys talk about that 212 guy with the young kid?
We didn't get to talk about that yet. That's the Turkish kid.
He looks nasty.
Yeah, he does, man.
Bro, whenever I see a young kid like him, the only thing I pray for is that he sticks around long enough to be really good.
Yeah.
Because like that motherfucker.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part. Yeah.
He's 22 and just beat a top 4 Olympian.
Yeah.
Bro, like Keon gonna have his work cut out for him if this kid keeps on doing what he's doing.
I agree.
Yeah, but I still think.
Yeah, I agree.
I get what you mean, but
I agree.
I don't see nobody
like Keon.
Did anyone see resemblance of Derek in him?
I can see where you're going with that, but not enough to really. I can see where you're going with that. I can see like kind of like his front double, like the upper body, but now that kid, bro.
No, that kid
he's got crazy lines.
And like you say, bro. I agree with you, Luke. If he can keep it up and not disappear in the next 2 to 3 years, he'll be a problem in that 212.
I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. Like a lot of times you'll see these kids, because like I used to, I'm still young, but like when I first started, I was like way younger. I would see people my age, 22, 23, they're like freaks, right? Mm-hmm. I'd be like, holy shit, like how am I ever supposed to be anything like that? But by my age now, 27, 28, they're done bodybuilding. Yeah. They're gone. You know what I mean? So it's like you see these guys that are freaks at a young age, 9 times out of 10, they phase out or they burn out or they get health issues or something. So whenever I see somebody young that's like on the way,
because
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
Not even at an age where he has true muscle maturity.
Bro, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the scary part.
But like he hasn't even, bro, he's 22. Like, I mean, I don't know his personal life, but like how much life have you even lived at 22? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's gonna be shit that gets thrown at him. Like, how's he gonna handle it? Is he gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? It's just all kinds of things that go into it.
That's actually a good point, man. Because like I say that too all the time too. I'm like, honestly, like I look at it as like I outlast people.
Yeah, dude. I say when I started, told somebody this today. When I started, like, that's why I hate when people come to me when they like just start. Oh, do I have the genetics for this? Bro, I would have gotten laughed at. I would have gotten laughed at. The only reason I surpassed people that were ahead of me was because I just did it longer than them.
Dude, I can name like so many names. Like you guys remember like Mike Cleaves, Jonathan Withen, Bundy, K2.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of people that like were beating me, and now they're like, gone. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's so many bodybuilders that just sort of come and go, you know.
Where do you think Angel lost it here?
His stomach,
his waist. Yeah, I was about to say, man.
I totally agree, because when he came out, I'm like, you can see the layer over the side of his suit, over his trunks, and I'm just like, there's no way they're gonna choose him.
When he hits,
because you can see it right now in these photos.
I love Angel's physique, though. Straight up, I really do.
He's got a great physique,
He's
but I think Nahat beat him on the midsection.
Yeah, for sure.
And the floor.
I really love Zagarilla, the third place guy.
Yeah,
he's good.
I think he is one of my favorite physiques in the IFBB.
He's very good, bro.
To me, he just looks crazy.
What did he win? Did he win a show last year?
New York.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And at first, I thought Angel was going to be pissed off about losing, but he actually walked over to Nahat and hugged him and was like, "Congratulations."
That's good sportsmanship right there.
So
yeah, that was. I love seeing that.
He's super cool, man. Him and Francisco, man, they was very friendly. And even though he doesn't speak English, it was funny as hell because he doesn't speak English, but Francisco would translate. You know what I'm saying? And I do love that about bodybuilders, like the ones that are cool. They talk. They show that they're human. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate the guys who make you think like they're bigger than fucking life. And it's like, bro, we're all the fucking same. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be an elite bodybuilder, but at the end of the day, we bleed the same. You put your pants on like me. You ain't no different. And I always told myself, no matter how big I get in the sport, I would never be like that to people. You know what I'm saying?
I lose a lot of respect. I lose a lot of respect for a motherfucker that acts like that, to be honest.
Yeah, Bonac was when I did Boston. I don't know if it was like the same with you, Dougie, but Bonac was super friendly backstage.
Yes,
really
he was.
Cool.
Yes,
really
he was. Yes, he was. He took a picture with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, and I love that about the sport. Yeah, but look at his waist, bro. Look at
this
22 calves.
I actually think Nahat, when he hits his front double, that he reminds me of a very young Flex Lewis.
I was almost gonna say that, bro.
Yep.
His side chest too is sort of similar.
Somebody put a side by side of Flex and him at 22. Both of them at 22.
Bro, his detail is crazy.
Yeah, man.
He flows so good, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, like 4 or 5 years, bro. That's nuts to think about.
Yeah, because he doesn't even have the muscle maturity, bro. Like, let's keep it a beam. Most guys don't.
Look at that side shot.
Yeah, man.
Easy.
Yeah, when he gets some more muscle maturity, gets a little more graininess to him. Like he's gonna be.
He's kind of tall, so I would say he's over 200. I would say that. I don't know exactly what.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
his weight. He's taller than Angel. Yeah, so he's got to be about my height because I was taller than Angel, and when he was standing next to Angel, he looks like he's about 5'6".
His front relaxes.
Wait, let me ask y'all this then. Do you think for him to reach his max potential, he'd have to be open?
No.
Is he that tall? Is he that tall?
No.
I would love to know his weight here.
Yeah,
I mean, if he's 200 pounds, he's got 12 pounds of muscle he can add to his frame. I mean, that is a considerable amount of muscle in the right spot.
Yeah, the only problem
and then you get more refinement and muscle maturity as the years go on. Like,
I agree. The only problem is Keon is what was he 202?
Yeah, Keon's got another 10 or 12 pounds.
He's got another 10 or 12 pounds, and that's freaky.
Yeah, I think Keon could be a Mr. Olympia at 225 pounds.
Yeah.
And open, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I think 100%. That he can do it. I think that.
He's got he's got. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a bodybuilder ever with better genetics than him.
I was gonna say, no matter what 212 guys come along, no matter what, no one's beating one bro forever. Like, sorry, but
it's until he decides to shit.
Like, no one's beating that, bro. Like, remember Brendan, the hamstrings and adductors we saw the other day when he posted?
Yeah.
Dude, his adductors were legit fucking like 4 inches thick on each, like 4 to 6.
Dude, it was once he found his girl and he got with Patrick, it was like it unlocked some shit for him, and now he's like untouchable.
It just goes to show you that you need to have a good environment, a good supportive environment to do well in the sport.
Yeah.
100% accurate.
Yeah, your personal life, if it's not where it needs to be, bro, like your mental ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, man, because sometimes people, and I'm sure all of you have dealt with this, man, some people are only cool with you because they have an ulterior motive. They want something from you, they need something from you, and they give you nothing. They are fucking drainers. They drain the shit out of you.
Yep.
Especially the higher up you get. You got to imagine being like a Keon or a Nick or what Derek. For honors, you know, like I see it happen with Derek all the time down here. Everyone wants to be his best friend. They want to train with him. It's like,
and it's like, yo, like motherfuckers tell me. I be trying to explain that to people because people, and I'm like, I'm low on the totem pole. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's certain people you don't ask to train with. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm fortunate enough that I don't even ask Keon. Like, Keon will ask me. I don't even like asking Keon. Like, when he came to Pittsburgh, he hit me up to work out with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because those things have to be earned. You know what I'm saying?
It's a respect factor, man. You know?
Yeah, like you can't walk up to Derek Lunsford and be like, yo, man, when can we work out? Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, man. Like, who the fuck do you think you are asking a Mr. Olympia to fucking work out with you? Like, man, what the fuck? I don't be understanding what be wrong with people.
I've been very fortunate where I've always been able to train with a lot of these guys. You know, just from being like a gasp athlete and being on the team. Like I've trained with Clarita so many times. I've trained with Keon. I've trained with Derek Lunsford before. You know, Branch, like Jose Raymond. Like I've trained with all these guys. You know, maybe I don't have the best physique in the world, but there's one thing I do well is I train fucking hard. And at least it's good to get recognized for that, knowing that, you know, hey, I can count on this to train with this guy. He's not going to try to talk or take pictures or bullshit or ask me dumb questions.
Every high-level person I've trained with, because Aaron's the same way. There's no fucking talking. Listen to the music, train hard. We're not checking our phones every 2 fucking minutes to check our Instagram feed or our Facebook feed. You know what I mean? I remember my coach don't play that shit. I remember one day I was texting my wife. You know what I'm saying? And he looked over at me and he goes, I hope whoever you text gonna help you with this leg day. I text my wife, I said, don't text me no more. And I put my fucking phone away. That's it. You know what I mean?
I feel like unless you're changing like music on Spotify, you should not be touching your phone.
That's a fact.
Well, dude, me and Luke trained legs the other day, and we're just like recovering between sets. We don't have the time to talk. We're like dying.
I'm like trying to get a sentence out. I can't even breathe, bro.
You guys are busting out the inhalers in your bags. You just like,
and that's why people don't understand. We get frustrated when I walk over to you and I seen you been on that machine for 15 motherfucking minutes, and I'm like, yo, my man, how many more sets you got left? And then you go, I got 2 more sets, and then you start looking in your fucking phone, like, what the fuck are you doing, dog?
Bro, I will just stand there like uncomfortably, like awkwardly, like right next to them.
I do the same thing. I'll put my bag down on the machine, like
like I won't say nothing. I'll just ask them, and if I get the vibe that they're not working, I'll just stand like 5 inches away from them and just wait. And
I do the same thing. I'll just lurk.
I'm at the point in prep where I've been getting vocal.
Yeah,
like I'm usually good.
Mike told me at a moment the other night, bro.
I had a moment.
Because people don't understand. It's like you're in, like, bro. I always tell people. Tried to tell this one guy. I said I needed this machine 30 minutes ago, but I saw you on it, so I went and did another exercise, and then I came back here, and you're still on this machine. Yeah. So now I'm working in with you. That's exactly what I said. Because I need this machine now, bro. I'm not. I gave you an opportunity to get your set in, and now we're working in together.
Oh, I do that all the time. Hey, how many more sets do you have left? Oh, I got 5 sets. I'm like, okay, do you mind if I work in with you? And if they say no, I'm like, that really wasn't me asking. It was more of a formality. I'm working in with you.
Yeah.
And I will go to the front and complain.
Yeah, because you don't own the equipment. I tell people that you don't own this
We all
equipment.
paid the same gym membership, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Mike, tell me the story.
yeah, I want to hear this, Mike.
Okay, so we were at the gym the other day, and the trend's starting to trend a little bit. And
here we go.
He said the trend started to trend a little bit.
He sounds like, dude, me and Nate say this to each other all the time. The trend is trending.
It's 5 o'clock, so it's everybody's there. It is packed. My boy Mike has texted me, and he's been like, bro, don't even bother coming right now because you can't use anything. I'm already in the parking lot, so it is what it is. Go in, warm up. It's an arm day, so like I'm cruising through. There's this guy on the double cable stack. Now my gym only has 2 cable stacks, and he's using both of them to do flies, I assume. And he's talking on his phone, not texting, not talking like this. He's like holding his phone and just talking and doing leg raises, not even flies. So I'm like, all right, the fuck ever. I wait like 7 or 8 minutes. He hasn't done one set of flies. So I come over with my headphones in. I'm like, grab the cable and I start doing a press down. He's like, yo. I got more sets. And I'm like, I haven't seen you do a set. And he's like, bro, I got more sets. And I was like, hey, I'm not saying my workout's more important than your workout because our workouts are the same. Than me. But my workout is very important to me. If your workout's not important to you, then I'm going to fucking use this. And I started doing my set. And he said something smart. My headphones were in, like, fuck this guy or something like that. So I turned and I said, hey, we can talk this out like men, or we can take it outside and scrap like boys. However you want to fucking do it, we can do it. And he went,
yeah, he wanted no smoke. He wanted no smoke.
There's an old guy that's been going to the gym for a while, and his son, he trains there. And I went over to him after, and I was like, hey, took out my headphones. I was like, hey guys, like, am I an asshole? Like, if I am, like, I'll go apologize to homie. And they're like, absolutely fucking not. Like, and this is not my first run-in with this guy, but this is the first time that I took it to that place. And do I feel bad about it? Maybe, but
just because you're a nice person, Mike.
Dude,
yeah, you're better than me.
I gotta chime in, dude. People that talk on their phones or like the speaker, like in the gym.
Oh my god!
I had to tell one guy. I literally like moved away from him, and he came over and he's like, are you using this machine? I was like, bro, if you're gonna come over here, I literally walked over here to get away from your phone conversation because I could hear it over my music. He was like, oh, sorry, bro. I was like, dude, like don't. It's common courtesy. Don't be on your phone in the gym. Are you here to work out or have a conversation?
It's super weird, bro. Like motherfuckers, there was this guy at my gym back home. I never saw him not on the phone. I actually thought he was a little bit retarded for a while because he always had his headphones in and he was just talking. And I thought he was talking to himself. And then I realized he's been on the phone with his boy for like 4 hours, like every fucking day. Every exercise, he's doing the exercise, he's talking. I'm like, bro, how much? I don't even have that much to say. Like, how are you even? This has to be like at this point, you're trying to talk on the phone while you're.
How about the people who use equipment that's not what it's used for? Like somebody curling in the squat rack. Yeah. Like, why the fuck are you curling in the squat rack, bro? Like, do you not notice it's a fucking squat rack? That shit drives me nuts. It's like, dog.
There was a girl the other day. I was waiting for this one particular leg extension because it's one of the ones that actually gives you like a really good stretch at the bottom. And this girl was doing her set while FaceTiming somebody. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there just getting ready to have a fucking meltdown.
Yeah. I thought that same shit the other day.
And have a conversation. Like I can barely breathe like half the time. You know what I mean? These people are like, conversation is working out. Like that's not a workout.
Bro, if like one of my boys calls me or someone calls me, I'll just say like, yo, I'm at the gym. Like, and they know what it is, and it's done.
I just ignore them.
Yeah, it's just done.
The only
I
thing
know
I know is to change if I can't change my song like on my headphones, I will literally pull up my phone to change the song. That's the only
I'll
time
pick up. I'll
Yeah,
pick
same.
up for my wife and my kids, but my wife and my kids know if you call me and I'm at the gym and it's some bullshit, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Do not call me. Do not call me and say, "Hey, Dad, can I drink the sweet tea?" I will be like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Is that what you really called me for? Don't call me for that shit."
Nah,
I'm thinking something wrong.
the worst is when you get a call like you're in the middle of like a Top Set or something, and you got music on, and then your phone starts ringing.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that shit is fucking nasty.
Oh, and then you go
it's
answer
just
it. If
annoying.
you answer that phone call and it's not someone like dying, bro, you're ripping their head off.
Yeah.
Like they better be like on their way to their fucking deathbed, bro, because otherwise
I promise you,
it's a wrap.
I hear that phone call interrupt my Top Set. I'm fucking cussing so the whole gym can
I'm
hear.
like, what the
I'm
fuck?
yelling at Shay to hang up my phone. I lose my mind.
Yeah,
bro.
I've had that happen.
Hey, you all want to know how to get to 300 pounds like Nate? Leave your phone by the fucking brick wall and ignore it the entire time. Because I know for a fact that's what Nate fucking does. He leaves his phone at his bag against that brick wall, and he won't fucking touch it until his workout's done.
My coach got me on that same shit, man.
Too, you have people texting you all the time, so I really it's almost as like
you can't focus.
I can't, and Instagram and all this shit. I'm like, I just can't.
Especially clients. You know what I'm saying? And some clients don't know how to use fucking YouTube and Google. You know what I mean? I'll be like, yo, are you fucking kidding me? You don't know what a plate loaded incline press is? You can fucking Google it. Fucking ask me. That's what I'm gonna do. You ask me, I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna take a screenshot and I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah. Do you guys have clients at the gyms you train at?
Yeah.
Not now. I used to, but not now. Yeah.
Bro, one of my biggest pet peeves is a client coming up to me to tell me some update about their week while I'm fucking training. Like, hey man, so I had a hard time getting 3 meals in yesterday. Like, it's like, bro, send me a message.
This isn't a check-in.
Yeah, this is not a check-in.
This is my time.
Bro,
this is my time.
The problem is a lot of these guys will hire you and then they think that you're their friend.
Right.
Yes.
And so they're looking for a buddy like, oh, yo, that's my coach. That's my friend over there, that big dude. Like, we're friends. Watch this. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's just not. Nope.
I think earning your coach's actual friendship is definitely earned. And it's not earned. It's not earned by fucking off on your diet, missing meals, like missing workouts, making excuses.
Get 3 meals in. Like I've never there's shit I've never said to my coach. Like never.
100%.
Ever. I've never said, you know, work was hard yesterday. I just couldn't do my cardio. Like I have never ever said anything like that. Like I don't know.
You gotta earn respect. You know what I mean? Like you got to get my respect first, and then we become friends. You know what I mean? Like if you're a one client, then we have a possibility of being friends. But it's actually funny, like talking about. I used to train at Eric's gym in reality training or whatever, and I would be like, I had like 20 clients there, right, Brennan? And like I would be like 3 weeks out from New York, and like Eric would love it. He would think it was so funny because I'm like such a nice guy and easygoing, but when prep comes around, bro, I'm like. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're already at the gym. Like, I know this person. Like, you know what I mean? Just like in my head, like, I want to kill this person just because they're here because I know they're going to come up to me and say something stupid. Like,
bro, I had that conversation.
How you feeling? Are you tired? You must be so tired and hungry. Bro, shut the fuck up. You know. Like,
bro, there's some people. I had this conversation with somebody the other day. There's some people who, like, when you get in prep, like off season, you don't mind them. They're cool, whatever. You get in prep, you see their face, and you're just hot, bro. Dude, they don't even do nothing. They don't even do nothing wrong. They don't do anything wrong. You just look at them and you're like, fuck that dude, bro. Like, fuck that guy.
I was in prep. When I was in prep for nationals last year. There was this one older guy. He loves old school bodybuilding, and when I do cardio in the morning, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to zone out and do my fasted cardio. And because it was getting to that point where it was tough. Like your legs are fucking heavy. Like, you know, you don't want to be there. And I come in, he's the first guy I see, and I just put my fucking head down. I put my hood on, and I'm like going over to the cardio machine. I'm doing it. he comes over and he starts talking to me. He's like, "Oh, how's prep going? Like, you must be feeling it now." And I just ignored him the first time. And then he keeps talking. Then he gets closer, like right next to me on the machine, because I always use this one arc trainer that's on the end of like everything. He's right next to me. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to talk to you. I just want to do my cardio. If I have time afterwards, I'll talk to you. Keeps talking to me. And I literally take my hands, I go, this is twice. And I'm like, don't make me an asshole. Don't make me an asshole. And then finally he keeps going. And finally I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to fucking talk to you. And then he commented some bullshit on one of my posts being like, oh, you're a dickhead or whatever. And I blocked him. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Fuck that.
I was over it.
Bro, there was a kid last year when I was prepping for USA's. He worked at the front desk at my gym. But like he wanted to hire me. And he was like 19 years old, skinny, fat as hell, but he wanted to take gear. So he had like a million questions about gear. Bro, no bullshit. He would take a seat. I was doing the stairs for like 45 minutes. He would take a seat from the front desk and sit it in front of the stairs and just talk to me and ask me questions the whole 45 minutes. I was like, bro, if you want this information, hire me. Otherwise, walk away. Right. I'm going to flip this fucking Stairmaster over your face. Bro, the kid drove me crazy. I was like, how do you people like, he dead ass took a seat and parked up and just rattled off questions for 45 minutes. I was like, in what world is that?
Yeah, that's a consultation. That's when you tell somebody, say, hey man, you know, you want me to talk to you about stuff like that? That's $30 for 30 minutes.
Bro.
What's your email? I'm gonna send you an invoice.
Dude, it's one thing to ask like a few questions and like shoot the shit for a couple minutes, but dude, picking your brain to the extent of 45 minutes, I'd be like, dude, we're not doing this here because you're just trying to get information out of me to use it to your advantage. Like,
that's the problem.
Fucking hire me.
That's the problem, like Doug said. Like, I'm never going to try to think I'm better than anyone. So if someone has a simple question, I'll answer it. And then they think they can get in 2, and I'll answer it. And then they get in 5, and I'll answer it. And then all of a sudden, they just keep going. And I'm like, all right, that's the fucking enough, bro.
Yeah, so I'm going to send you an invoice.
Yeah.
What's your email address?
Free trial's over.
It's funny because I've had people try to get meal plans and workout routines through my DMs that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, what foods are you eating? How much? And I'm like, man, I just send them my website. There you go. That's my response. Click on there.
You want to know what it is, too? It's really hard for me to I don't like being mean to people. That's just not how I was raised. Like, I'm always super nice and talkative with everybody. I like to be like that. But, even Ashland just looked at me and goes, you're too nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Me all the time. My wife.
I think that's
except when you're on the train arc and fucking hoodie on.
I think that's part of the thing, though, right? Like, yes, we're all nice people, but we also try to be nicer in those situations because we don't want to be the fucking juice head asshole. That
it's your reputation too, especially with all of us being coaches as well. Like, your reputation's on the line as well. So, like, if you come off as an asshole to one potential client, that word's gonna fucking spread like wildfire.
Yeah,
for sure.
At least when it comes to stuff with clients, I always have receipts. There's always a reason why I do stuff if I do something, and it's like I have receipts for this. You ain't gonna drag my name through the mud because I got shit.
100%.
You know,
it's just important, bro.
And it's some of those just uncomfortable conversations you have to have with them. Like, hey, man, like I feel like you're just wasting my fucking time and your own money.
Yeah.
You know.
I got an interesting question for us. It's a 2-part question.
Go ahead.
So it's a underrated, overrated. What do you guys think are the most underrated foods?
Bodybuilding foods?
Any food.
Fruit.
Underrated food. Oh, that's a good ass question, bro.
For me, it's fruit.
Cream of rice.
No.
Underrated.
Any food?
I would say it's underrated.
Everyone.
Any food. Oh, any food.
Yeah.
Oh, any food.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got something. Hold on.
Underrated though. That's the one.
Honestly, I think rice noodles are very underrated, especially if you're in an off season. You don't want to pound like 300, 400 grams of rice. You could do rice noodles. It's going to have the same effect in the body.
Wait.
And that's why I say fruit, because you can also do the same thing with fruit. You know what I'm saying? Adding fruit into your meals will help you.
But
I think a fruit is a necessity for micronutrients and fiber.
Yeah,
Dude,
Hold on.
Bro, some of my female clients, I keep fruit in all the way through prep.
Yeah,
I was on fruit my whole prep too.
Yeah, same.
My fat ass.
Like you shaking your head like you've never done that before.
Huh?
No,
my fat ass.
I'm just saying.
Bro, my fat ass is over here thinking about nachos and cinnamon buns.
Well, okay, that's what I'm on. I was just saying.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say underrated is I fucking no pause, but I love hot dogs. They're fucking. I think hot dogs are underrated.
He likes the glizzy.
Yo, bro, we're hooking you up with a hot dog in Texas.
Bro, see, that's exactly where my mind went, bro. Some shit like that.
I would say nachos are underrated.
I fucking love nachos, bro.
Oh,
nachos.
They're so good.
Yeah, nachos.
Are we saying any? And we talk about any food or bodybuilding?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you guys over here talking about micronutrients. And I'm thinking about
I'm talking about fruit. I didn't know. All right. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm a fat kid at heart too. So
I'm a fat
underrated like Ben and Jerry's. Underrated.
Well, y'all don't want me to quote my DoorDash.
Nah, but that's pretty fairly rated, bro. Ben and Jerry's is up there as the top.
Yeah, Ben and Jerry's is.
Do you want to actually know what I've been doing actually for a carb source when I'm like really stuffed? Is like they have these like slushies at Walmart that's frozen, and it's just like ice and sugar. And I've been like pounding down like 4 of those, and it's 100 grams of carbs.
Okay,
that's crazy. That's
Yo,
100 grams of carbs.
All you guys are from like the Northeast, more or less. But like, have any of y'all ever been to Brother Bruno's, the dessert pizza place in Jersey?
Oh yeah,
I've been there before. The dessert pizzas are phenomenal.
Yeah, they're so good, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out next time I'm in Jersey.
Don't they?
Oh yeah.
Chris, there's a place where right across the street from Ultraflex, isn't there? They do like fucking s'mores like pizza.
Yeah, dude.
That's I forget the name of that place. Yeah,
something pie, isn't it?
Yeah, I forget the name. I've never been.
Yeah.
It's so good, bro.
Yeah, it's a burger spot and a pizza place too.
I personally think burritos are fucking overrated.
Overrated?
Overrated. I fucking Ashton's giving me a look because Ashton loves burritos. I think burritos are so overrated, man. I will not eat those things.
I'm not a burrito guy.
I would say
tacos up.
That's how I feel about burgers. I think burgers are overrated as shit.
Nah, you're whack for that. They're just, bro. They're
just so common.
Yeah, they're just common, but they're not overrated.
Burgers are like basic bitch.
Burgers have been watered down so much because you can have a very good burger, or you can just have a basic ass burger.
I think
they're starting to
because
burgers have been watered down.
They're starting to turn into overrated for me right now.
Yeah.
Well, most bodybuilders hate me, but I think sushi's overrated.
Yeah, I'm not a sushi guy.
I was actually going to say that.
I'm not a sushi guy either.
I was going to say that, Nate. I think sushi is overrated. I don't eat it nearly as much as I used to, and I still think a really good ribeye or like a porterhouse is very underrated.
Yeah, I would agree. I do a lot of steak right now, so I agree.
Yeah, and a good fish sandwich is underrated for me. I love me a fish sandwich.
You can count me the fuck out of that.
Some fried catfish.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm good.
You're not wrong.
No
seafood.
With some cheese and some tartar sauce. Oh my god!
If this is my most overrated food, crab legs. I hate crab.
Yeah,
I hate imitation crab. If I smell it, I will literally projectile vomit.
Ain't even no damn meat in no crab legs. I need 30 crab legs to get 2 ounces of fucking meat.
That's how I feel about oysters too. Oysters are over. People pretend to like oysters. Don't nobody really like oysters. Nobody really.
Or like escargot or caviar.
No.
Caviar is definitely overrated too. It's pricey and it's shit.
Anyone hammer pizza in the off season?
Yes.
I love pizza.
For sure.
Yeah, I love pizza, but the problem is I won't be hungry like the next morning. You know what I mean?
Oh, it fucks you up, bro. It will set you back, bro.
Like, I do a lot of burgers right now, like, almost every day. So I do like one burger almost a day. And,
so I'll be honest here. I did my weekly cheat meal the other day, and I had a large grilled chicken pizza from Domino's. That was my cheat meal.
Did you get the stuffed crust?
I always do my cheat meal as my last meal of the night.
Did you get the stuffed crust?
No, I don't like that.
What?
I like New York style. I like
Stuffed crust.
So
That's my shit.
I ate that pizza. I woke up. I was 4 pounds lighter, and I was fucking starving that morning.
Damn.
So your body just responds differently to pizza.
That's how my body responds to pizza
Bro,
too.
I don't-
If I eat it last meal, I want to eat a house the next morning.
I don't think. Oh, go ahead, Nate.
Have you guys ever had Jets Pizza?
No,
What's it
but
called?
Bro, you guys got to find Jets. I don't think they don't have it up north, but we have it down here, Luke. It's fire. It's Detroit style, but it's like crispy. Like, it's honestly.
bro, I love Detroit style. There's a spot, bro. Connecticut. That's the one good thing about Connecticut pizza.
Yeah, they have fire pizza.
Pizza there is good.
I just seen somebody talking about that. Connecticut's an underrated city for pizza.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah.
Connecticut has Frank Pepe's, the original Frank Pepe's in Connecticut, and that is my favorite pizza I've ever had.
Sally.
No joke.
Sally's
The fucking line will be like 50
Moderns
to
and
60
Sally's is
people.
better.
Yeah,
What
bro.
was it?
Moderns and Sally's is better. I
agree.
I hate to say it.
I
I've
agree.
never had it. I gotta try
You gotta
it.
have it.
Oh, really?
It's really good, bro. It's really good. Like Dave Portnoy was like,
Yeah, I think Sally's is number one, right? At one point.
yeah, I think he had Sally's as number one. Yeah, bro. I my thing is I can't finish a cheat meal without a pint of ice cream, bro. No way.
He said a pint.
Everything
Of
is
ice
finished with a
cream.
pint, bro. Ben and Jerry's is going down.
Luke, I'm with you.
Every
I'm with
time.
you, Luke.
Every time.
Who
Bro,
buys a
I
pint
heard
of Ben and
that.
Jerry's and eats like one serving out of it? One serving is the whole goddamn pint.
That's what I'm saying. You do that, Mike?
yeah,
Wait,
bro.
you
If I
only
had a
have-
pint,
What?
if I had a pint of ice cream, I would not be able to sleep that night. I would sit on the toilet for 8
Bro,
hours.
I automatically assume 1,000 calories from my cheat meal is coming from ice cream every time. So the rest is made up from whatever else.
Bro, I got that shit downstairs in the freezer and I'm eating it as soon as I get off this fucking podcast.
Exactly, bro.
Dude, I'll
What you
go.
got?
Me and
What's
Ash
your
will
favorite?
go outside. We'll smoke a blunt. I could eat a whole pint of Ben and Jerry's, and I will sleep like the dead.
Yeah, bro.
My,
Me
it's,
fucking
peanut,
too.
it's the peanut butter top. The peanut butter
Bro,
top.
half the time I just eat the other food just to get to the dessert, bro. Just to get to the Ben and Jerry's.
You're like, I don't even want this. I just want the ice cream. Ben and Jerry's.
So we
Let's go.
know-
Get to the Ben and Jerry's, bro.
So we
You got to
know
go
now,
through all the
Luke,
stages till you fight the end boss, which is the ice cream.
Listen, the podcast later on when Luke is like 4 weeks
Oh,
out,
bro.
very interesting.
Bro, I
He's
go
gonna be
crazy.
a hungry motherfucker. That food is gonna get low bad.
Yeah, bro. Nah, it's gonna be bad,
Luke
bro.
won't even be on the podcast.
I'm just gonna be pissed talking about it.
He's like, I'm out.
Yeah,
Right now, I'm laughing
maybe
talking
you
about
know-
it. I'm gonna be pissed off talking about it in like 10 weeks.
because that's the part that sucks. Like I remember I said it. I remember when I first started with my coach, and he increased my oats to like 90 grams when I would eat it. And I remember weighing it and then cooking it and saying to myself, "This is a lot of fucking oats." Now that is nothing. Like
No.
when I see that now, I'm like, bro, it's over. Like I gotta
Yeah.
go to sleep after this because I'm gonna be hungry as fuck in the next 30 minutes.
I know.
I can't eat oats. It sits in my stomach like cement.
Same.
I can't do it.
Yeah. I was eating 180 grams for a long time. That shit
Oh
was
my
terrible.
god.
That sounds
I
miserable.
used to not.
Way
I used
too
to not
much.
like.
That
I
shit was
used to
terrible.
not like oats, but now, shit, I will fuck some oats up.
Did you swap
Yeah, me
over
too,
to cream
right?
of rice or no?
No, I still do cream of rice. I do all of it: oats, cream of rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't start eating cream of rice until 2 years ago, until 2023. That was
Bro,
the
it
first.
didn't. It like
Yeah,
kind of
same.
became a thing. I feel like when I first started bodybuilding, it wasn't that popular, and then like it got
Ooh,
really popular And then all the
Over the
flavors
last
ones
3 to
started
4
coming out.
years.
Yeah.
I still love grits. I love grits.
I use grits sometimes. Sometimes I do
Yeah,
grits.
Yeah, I've never used grits.
Grits, cream of wheat, like that shit was around for a long time, but then the cream of rice stuff got more and more popular.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
I
because
do
all
like
the
the
flavors
cream of
started
rice.
coming out.
What's when I did North Americans in 2019, after I got pizza from this place, but they do like massive pizzas. I mean, the thing was like 3 feet wide. Do you know what
You
Stars
remember
in
where you
Pittsburgh?
was?
That's in Pittsburgh, right?
It was in
You
Pittsburgh.
remember?
I don't
Was
remember
you
the name.
downtown?
Yeah, I believe so.
If you was downtown, it was probably Milano's.
Okay. It was pretty good
That's one of
pizza,
my
but I
favorite.
just remember
That's one of my favorite
that
spots
motherfucker
down
was
there.
like,
Yeah,
it was like this big, no lie.
yeah.
Like huge. Huge.
Pittsburgh is an underrated food city, honestly.
Yeah,
In my
it is.
We do have a lot of food spots. I'm learning.
yeah,
Pittsburgh's the only place I like how they do their coleslaw. They don't have like the mayonnaise; it has like the vinegar in it,
Hmm.
Hell
and
yeah.
that's like the only coleslaw I like.
And we're like the only place in the country who puts French fries on a salad.
Yeah, I got a salad and it was French fries on. I'm like, what the hell? And they put French fries on sandwiches.
Everybody says that. Like, why do y'all put French fries on a salad? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a
Bro, that
Pittsburgh
shit's probably
thing.
banging. Yeah, French fries on anything.
Yeah,
Fire, bro.
Yeah, I
I'll
went to
stop eating a salad once the croutons are
Luke's,
gone.
Luke's getting fired up right now. Look at him. You
Yeah,
can tell
I'm
him he wants
already
to fucking-
hungry, bro. I'm
Yo,
already
you make
hungry.
you
I'm
some.
16 weeks
You make
out,
you
bro.
some homemade fries, crispy, and you put them on a salad. It's a game changer.
Yeah,
I believe that. Because I stopped eating a salad once the croutons are gone.
yeah,
And,
facts.
I'm done.
He said, "What's the croutons are gone?"
He goes right after the croutons, throws a salad away. He's like, I'm done here.
Oh man, y'all are hilarious. Hey, I got to get out of here, man. We won our kickball game, so the ladies want me to hang out with them at this little bar they come to. I'm gonna hang out with them for a little bit, then I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
That I'm going
to bed, right straight to bed. I'm skip
Straight up.
go. Don't collect 200. I'm going to bed.
No,
All
I
right,
feel
fellas,
that.
y'all
I
have
gotta
a
go.
good one.
Hour first, at least.
Yeah.
He's just
I
going.
gotta
to
go
bed.
eat anyway. So if
About to
y'all
watch
want to
the-
stay on, but I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry as shit.
Yep,
All right,
I'm out of here, fellas.
I'm gonna go watch
We're all
Game
gonna go-
7,
I
bro.
think we're all going to go eat. And
Yeah, I
watch
gotta
Game
eat.
7.
I gotta eat.
All right,
No.
fellas.
Nate, thank you, bro.
Yeah, Nate. I'll see you, bro.
See you, man.
thanks for having me on, boys.
All right,
Later,
let's go,
fellas.
boys.
Bye, guys.
Later, guys.
Peace.